Let's see if it holds steady. Steady, steady, steady. All right, guys, I think it's holding steady. Those that are coming in love and light, greetings, welcome. It's a very relaxed, like lazy. It was a pretty day today, very beautiful weather, but it's a very relaxed, kind of like chilled, kind of day. But anyway, those that are coming in love and light, greetings, welcome, and I thank you for joining and stopping by. I'm not expecting much activity. If it's Super Bowl Sunday, hell, I don't even know for sure. I don't even know, man. Yeah, whatever. But so as you guys are coming in, you see, what would you do? What would you do? You guys are looking at Bloomy Lisa. Okay, not Mona Lisa. This is Bloomy Lisa. Bloomy Lisa, right? All right. Deep thinker, holder of secrets. So I just wanted to pose some questions out there. And I do this kind of stuff because, like I said, I feel like a lot of the times humanity operates on autopilot. We're constantly regurgitating things that we have been stuffed with and programmed with for a very long time. We're shaped into a lot of things and kind of stuck on appearances a lot. And so we say things that we think sound cute, sound spiritual, sound right, yada, yada, yada. And so I like to come on every so often and pose questions that allows people to really, if they're open themselves and sit with themselves, to get real with themselves. Because it's easy for me or anyone else out there, you, anybody, to, in retrospect and in theory, sit back, look at something and evaluate something and base some kind of an assumption or judgment on something when you're not directly connected or affected. It's the easiest thing to do. It's human nature, okay? Because we do seem to change up things when something directly affects us. Before it directly affects you, it's kind of like, well, I would do this, and if it were me, and I would do that. But until it is, it's just a theory. So I want to pose the question, because I know we all have cultural traditions and things that some of us want to hold near and dear to, because it was it was in the blueprint, bitch. It's been driven before we even came good and out of our parents' hoo-haws, okay? And our sperm donor wieners, okay? Listen. If you knew for sure, please listen close. If you knew as a matter of fact, emphatically, that your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your nieces, your nephews, your aunties, your uncles, your cousins, your grandparents, your kin, if you knew for a fact that they were trying to kill you and your children, just sit with that. Would you want to go to the family reunion? Would you still want to have a connection to them? Would you still want to talk to them, hang with them? This is not a right or wrong, but this is bringing us to the place of looking at that. I'm putting it a certain way for a reason. Because a lot of us come from some very toxic culture. And we say things like, it's still my mother. This is my father. Hey, good evening. Whoever said good evening, welcome. This is still my kinfolks, my blood. And it makes us sound very caring and loving and deep and spiritual. It makes us sound respectful and honoring. But let's get raw. Do you or would you want to be around your people that was trying to bring harm to you? Or your children, yes or no? Ain't nobody saying nothing. Somebody said thank you. Because somebody is quiet, bitch. Shit. Because nobody want to talk about this kind of stuff. I know. Because it doesn't sound trending spiritual and honor and honor and honor. Let's see. Let's see about that. Would you be concerned about their reputation? Would you? If you knew emphatically, as a matter of fact, that they were trying to bring harm to you and your children, would you care about their reputation? No. Would you be concerned with discretion? No. I'm putting it this way to make it very in your face kind of energy, because we say a lot of things until something lands on our table. If you knew your mother and father, like I said, I put all the list of kin folks out there. If you knew that they were trying to harm you and your children, would you want anything to do with them? If you know they were plotting against you in your life, would you want anything to do with them? Yes or no? If you knew they were stealing, and I'm not talking about stealing a bag of Doritos, a Guess shirt, and some Bijan perfume. I'm talking some heavyweight shit. If you knew they were stealing from your children or you, major things, would you want anything to do with them? Would you be concerned about their reputation? Would you be concerned about discretion? If you knew emphatically what they were doing to you, would you be still singing their praises? Would you be still talking about honoring your mother and father? Huh? You wouldn't. See, I go here because I know all too well the disillusioned states we be in, the cognitive dissonance, the world of pretend, because we don't want to conceive of such things. And we go, no, no, yeah, it kind of goes different when you... I can guarantee you, if you really knew emphatically, I don't care if listen to me. I don't care how tight, whatever you thought was, but if you knew emphatically that they were a part of trying to bring harm to you and your children, I promise you, you ain't worrying about what you say about them. I promise you, you're not going to be worried about, oh, let's keep the family discretion. You're going to be like, no, it's discretion my ass. See, they lost any amount of that the moment they decided to violate you. They lost that. They lost any so-called right, any so-called hierarchy, any so-called whatever tickets they want to pull with the we are family shit. If we was family, you wouldn't have been trying to kill me. So save that bullshit. If you were family, you wouldn't have violated your own nephew, grandson, cousin. Save that bullshit. If we were family, you wouldn't have been trying to violate your own daughter, son, for nothing and nobody. They lost any rights to any of that the moment they decided to unaliven you. The moment they decided to play torture, sadistic games. They lost any privilege of discretion, honor, the moment they became dishonorable. The moment they decided to do dishonorable things to you is the moment they lost any right to any honor. I have to talk this way to get people out of stupors. You don't hold in high honor people that is plotting your fucking death. Do you understand? You don't hold in high honor people that is stealing your property and your children's property, or trying to block your health and your well-being in any way, shape, form, or fashion for whatever delusional reasons in which they have. But you do not hold them in high honor because they squeezed you out of their loins. They lost any privilege of that the moment they decided to be dishonorable. See, the culture, the toxic culture is people really think that children and offsprings or relatives, however you want to put it, is supposed to be so honoring to people that is criminally insane. Why would I say criminal? It is criminal. It's criminal. Some of the shit that some of these people do. You don't hold that in high honor, talking about that. What the hell? They didn't honor you. They didn't honor your children. But you're supposed to be talking about that's my mama, that's my daddy, that's my sister, my brother, my auntie, my uncle, my niece, my nephew, my cousin. Fuck that. That's sickening. And until enough people get balls, Till enough people stop being scared and worried about what people think. This kind of shit continues to perpetuate because these kin folks can put on a good show. When are folks gonna wake the fuck up? Because they can cry in front of you, honey, they're criminally insane. I'm sorry to tell you what deranged lunatics, what do you guys expect? You wanted them to admit it? That would mean there's still a shred of morals in there. Ask yourself the question. See, I'm putting this out there, especially for the people who have a tendency to be judgy judgersons. Oh my God, I would never. I would never talk that way about my. Yeah, you would if you knew the motherfucker was trying to kill you. Yes, you would. Yeah, you would. I would never cut off my people. Yes, you would if you knew your people was behind the suffrage in your life. Yes, you would. And all that stuff be bullshit anyway. It's like an appearance. People think that stuff is a badge of honor. But be fucked up, though. These people be fucked up. With the emphasis on the fucked up. Underscore, bitch, italics, bold, all caps. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Oh, but they got a good show for you. Let me tell you something. Do you think, people who have, let's say someone is a narcissist, a sociopath, a psychopath, and they have children. Let's say these children become young adults. Let's say their parent is a communal narc. Ooh. Somebody says just got the #1 gifter badge. Ooh, congratulations. Anyways, I just saw it, I looked at the screen. Do you honestly think that these children are going to squeal on their narcissistic parents? I don't think so. We have the issue of trauma bonding, Stockholm syndrome, codependency, fear. So if their parents were bullies and used their weight, power, and resources to control, do you think they're going to tell the real truth? Rare. It's very rare that happens. Because they'll have to deal with being ostracized. They'll have to deal with being gaslit. They'll have to deal with the threats and the backlash of what happens if that child were to be honest and come clean and tell the truth about their criminally insane parent. Especially if they know that their parent has a lot of connections. Dark witches, warlocks, religious folks that they put on a good performance for. You see. And they can play the role, bitch. They be like, oh, my daughter, she's just crazy. She's just, no, bitch. No, bitch. But see, it takes a lot of strength and resolve but I'm sharing all this information for the outsiders looking in, because people are smart and educated, but something I have noticed, not so much when it comes to this. I don't mean that to be condescending or disrespectful. It's an observation. What my culture is good at, like you guys hear me say, and I am allowed to say it, good at religion. Good at having barbecues, family reunions. Good at partying for somebody's graduation, wedding, funeral. And this is about where it ends right there. Good at a routine for the more stringent ones. Good at going to Sunday service like clockwork. Tuesday morning prayer. Good at being the deacon. Good at having debates and discussions on the Bible. Not so much good at being a decent being. Yeah, it's true. Now, they are good at looking like some of the greatest contributors of society. This is why it's called communal narcissism. Good at looking like a hero, while actually being a villain. If you knew, as a matter of fact, that your kinfolk were behind trying to hurt and harm you and your children in any way, shape, form, or fashion, would you want anything to do with them? If you knew they wanted it hard for you on purpose and knew that emphatically because of their mental problems, would you want anything to do with them? Would you be concerned about their reputation? Would you be concerned about discretion? If you knew they tortured your children because they didn't like you, And because their energy is fucked and they wanted to take advantage of pure souls, would you be concerned about what you say about them? They lost any privilege of respect the moment they disrespected you. The moment they lied to you and gaslit you and strategized against you, they lost any right to any kind of discretion, privacy, or respect the moment they decided to be disrespectful. The moment they decided to target your life because you have boundaries and call people out on their shit. The moment they decided that they wanted to get even with you for speaking the truth about their toxic behavior towards you, they lost any privilege. All's fair in love and war now. The moment they wanted to play head games with you, thinking that you were simple and stupid, is the moment they lost respect. Would you want to go to the barbecue and smile and take pictures, bitch, for Instagram and Facebook? If you knew emphatically that these motherfuckers is trying to kill you and yours, trying to torture you, trying to set you up, trying to impersonate your shit. Weird nigga bitch shit. Weird. Would you care about what you have to say? Would you be concerned? Oh, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to divulge and disclose. Why not? They sure didn't care about what they was doing to you. Or your children. Some of the people go, well, what, you know, everybody's stuttering now. What about the innocent lives? Yeah, exactly. What about the innocent lives? Exactly. Exactly. You, collective. The innocent lives, you. Your children. So say that shit. They might as well say that one as well. What about the innocent lives? Yeah, the innocent lives in which y'all was targeting, bitch. So, no. Were they thinking about the innocent lives? All these people, these collabs, these people who kept the secrets? Did they give a fuck then? See, people, like I said, they don't give a fuck until they are directly affected. This is the nature of the lower human, the unevolved human. They don't give a fuck until they are directly affected. Now it's a topic of discussion. But it's not a topic of discussion when there are mischievous, insidious, heinous acts towards others for their own personal gain and pleasure. It's not a topic of discussion then. So save me with that one. I ain't trying to hear now nothing about none of that. Some would say, gosh, would you allow them to change you? Actually, no. This is not something I would have ever wanted or chosen, but some stuff is necessary. If people feel entitled to fuck with me and mine, then I feel entitled to execute justice. This is called self-preservation, dear. It's called self-defense. You don't sit there and lay down and die for the motherfuckers. You make them wish they never touched you. This is the only way unevolved humans seem to learn anything. As long as they think you're going to be docile and quiet and run off somewhere, it's like, oh, I just want to be left alone. No, I'm ready. Go ahead, make my day. Give me a reason, bitch. Shit, I be saying almost everybody, shit, give me a reason to practice my shit. Well, give me a fucking reason, bitch. Shit. So I can say, bitch. So I can say this shit with self-defense. But as long as they think you're just, you're just scared of conflict. You just don't want to, just leave me in. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear none of that, so good. Let them wake up the beast. Let's see how they handle their energy. If you knew emphatically. And I'm going to keep saying that because I'm trying to push that in there to remove any other plausible questions. If you knew, if you had proof, if you had fact, if you knew emphatically, would you want to sit across the table and eat tacos with the motherfucker? Would you want to go to Starbucks? You want to go to Starbucks? Yeah, you're trying to kill me. Let's go to Starbucks. How about that? That's nice. That's nice. Let's be at Starbucks together while you try to kill me. Yes, hello. You want to kill me. Your subconscious is programmed for it. Because you refuse to wake the fuck up and heal. But see, we ain't going to do that. I'm handling you this time. Would you? I know it's touchy. I know it is. I've been through it, collective. I know it is. And I know that conditioning, how we were conditioned to be loyal to people who were abusive to us, I know that's hard to break. We were shaping for it very early, to not have any wants or needs, or to be objectified, into thinking that negligence, needing to tap dance and jump through hoops and all of those things, we were fashioned into thinking that was okay. Trauma bonded from the beginning. Because, it's family and all that toxic shit. All you have is your family. Really? And if we're honest and if we look back, we're like, no, we never had them. They were a part of the problem the entire time. The hardest thing that you'll ever have to face. Even harder because no one is going to ever believe it, especially people who are asleep and ignorant to things. Especially if you come from a family of communal narcs, which are professional performers. Their brother, sister love. Their brother, sister throw a donation. Their brother, sister make some snacks and some gumbo, bitch. Their brother, sister hold the Bible and the cross and cry and rock and shit, bitch. And if you ain't in the know, you fall for the okie doke. I tell people all the time, I'm like, where y'all think some of this shit, I don't know where people's head be. I'm just going to keep it real. I don't know what the hell done happened to humans, bitch. Or whatever they are at this stage of the game in life, bitch. Because shit, half of these motherfuckers, shit, they done checked out a long time ago. Want to be famous so bad. Want to be seen. So bad, so bad. That Mommy Dearest documentary or whatever it's really called is actually based on a true story. But people don't understand, like, do they think like that was the only person in history that conducted in that way? I don't know why folks don't have like... They think that's the only person that was the bitch wear a ball gown and shit. Her ass. You know what I'm saying? She on TV, bitch, floating and shit. Look at me. Ain't I wonderful? See how I had these orphans and I'm taking them under my care, bitch. I'm gonna get them snacks and toys. Ain't I wonderful? Ain't I such a selfless, wonderful person? Crazy. But people be too stuck on that production, you see. She on TV with her ball gown on, talking about Merry Christmas from whatever the hell the show. I had to watch the movie, shit, bitch. See, I gave these kids all these toys. What the fuck? Oh, shit was fucking torturing their ass behind the scene. Took every last one of them toys. What the fuck? But to the world, because they saw on TV how she was, she had took these people in and took care of them and everything. This is why I say it takes a lot of resolve and strength, and you have to Get to the frequency of the not give a fuck in order to be able to have the resolve, because you know what you know when you know it. You know what you know. Would you want, see, I started asking deep questions, deep. And this is why I started going down the list, because I'm like, I'm cutting people off. Cut. Because you get to a place of where, okay, we're not going to play. If you come in playing a head game with me, you're on the list. See, this is a part of learning how to love the self, believe it or not. Some may say like, wow, no, actually, this is where honor is going to start to come in for you, loving and honoring the self, because you don't deserve that kind of treatment. These are people that have major problems, whether they're admitting it or not. This is what causes these things, these mental illnesses and mental health issues that is prevalent in the culture that we try to cover up with a hallelujah. Pretend. Pretending to be healthy, pretending to be loving, pretending to be upstanding, pretending to be of integrity within one's own family structure while betraying. That's mental illness, and it creates mental illness because it creates what they call betrayal trauma, because these are individuals that should be predispositioned by nature of that relation to be decent. And to be a part of betrayal and then sitting across a table smiling like they don't know what the fuck. If that ain't a lunatic, I don't know what is. Smiling like they are a supporter or don't have any understanding as to what the hell is happening and when they the main bitch in the shit. That's mental illness. See, a lot of people out there talking about shit, they don't even really know what that shit is. I'm going to just keep it on the one. I'm just going to go there. I'm sorry. Yep, I'm going there. I'm going to keep it on the one. They're calling anybody who's not a part of their religious subscription that they themselves don't live. Would you want anything to do it's a disgrace. People that lacked empathy towards you, your kinfolk, but they're the same people that are the hallelujah people. Would you want anything to do with them? They lacked true, hear me, true empathy and compassion. If they had true empathy and compassion, they wouldn't have conducted in the ways in which they did. So I might as well say that shit as well. Would you want anything to do with them? People that talk about empathy yet don't live or have it, it's a disgrace and it's a contradiction. And no, you would not want anything to do with them. And you shouldn't. But see, until enough people start standing in their power in this way and releasing these toxic sacred cows, these mindsets, these beliefs that says it's okay if your people are abusive to you, as long as you all continue to stay connected and put up a front for the world. You really don't matter. It's just the role in which I need you to fit in my story that I'm creating. I could care less, truly. Until we're willing to let that go, we'll keep recreating these stories with others. Until we deal with these core mother issues, father issues, bloodline issues, toxic conditioning pertaining to family, we're going to keep recreating those same types of energies, patterns, over and over again. We're going to do it in our friendships. We're going to do it in our love choices. We're going to do it in anything of real heavy significance until we realize that that needs to be done with. See, to me, as I look at this stuff, I look back, I'm like, so much is so ass backwards. It's like people should be afraid. Like, I find it fascinating of what people are afraid of versus what would warrant something to be concerned about. People are so worried about appearances and what people will think and what things will look like versus the condition of their soul and the penalties of their choices and actions that will inevitably catch up. Folks are more concerned with the so-called looking right than actually being just. Being a decent family versus just pretending to be. Loyal to all the wrong things. Concerned about all the wrong things. And then wonder why one day, slowly but surely, all of that toxicity catches up. So collective, if this is not for you necessarily, but maybe people outside of you or around you pertaining to you, everybody need to get the sticks out their ass and get off their fake high horses and their fake because see, until you sit in the shoes and the seat of the individual that has been targeted by their own kinfolk, people attempting to kill them and their children, harm them and their children, take from them and their children, you really need to keep your lips shut. Before you have something to say. Because, honey, people do put on a good show. And I don't care if you've known this person for 40 years. If you're not the narcissist target, then you're not the target. If you're not a threat, then they will behave and be nice to you. So you still need to keep your lips shut. Because if you're not their target, you're not their target, dear. But just because you're not their target, and they know how to put on a show for the public, honey, it don't mean that they ain't Looney Tunes. So it serves to be quiet. It certainly serves to not get involved in their foolery, because that's going to hurt you. Some would say, well, don't allow those types. Hopefully you don't allow fucked up family to change you. Well, the answer to that is a yes and a no. Change, yeah, transformative in a good way. Wake up call. Is the loving energy still there within me, or people like me? Is that's still there? Absolutely. Absolutely. But it's just threaded with wisdom. That was the whole lesson. You don't honor fucked up people. You do not do that. That's dishonoring to you. You don't honor people who have ill will and intentions towards you. That's disillusionment. That's abuse. And as long as you hold that kind of attitude, those types of beings, they feel like they can take advantage of you and play on that. Just like bullies in the schoolyard collective. We have all heard those stories, those age-old stories. Bullies in schoolyards don't stop being bullies until they run across people or someone who ain't afraid to get in their face. That's just real talk. They continue to be tyrants and stomp around because they got everybody in fear and under their thumb and control. And they continue doing those things until they're challenged. When the person or somebody that they're trying to bully for that week does the one thing that all these other people refuse to do, their eyes stretch wide open. Like, I can get hit. Yep, you sure can. Yes, you can. Oh, yes, the fuck. Yeah, hello. Yeah. Yes, you can. How do you like it? Until that happened, nothing changes at that schoolyard. It's only when this starts to take place where the bully finally, eventually starts to make the connection that, if I bully this one, I'm going to get hurt as well. Shit, like, it ain't going to be easy. I can go over here, maybe I'll do it over here because they're not going to say nothing. They just going to lay down and take it. I'll just go over there because they're going to lay down and take it. And I can keep doing my bully ways. Or I can pay them off, which is the same difference. I can pay them off hush money. But when people won't take it, whoa. And enough of us The darker empaths, and when I say darker, I'm not talking about complexion, but the darker empaths are really leading the way on this one. They have to. But when empaths start to heal and realize that there's a role that anger plays. Okay, you don't want to be entrapped there. You don't want to stay there, because I know people kind of get into this conversation of concern about staying there. No, okay, you don't want to live your every waking hour moment in life like that, but it serves to provoke change. Anything in history, as we know it anyway, I should say, it wasn't due to a whole bunch of docile people, I can tell you that. Somebody like that movie that I like, Dodgeball, with that one nerdy guy. He was being dogged the fuck out, okay, by this mail order wife. She was just disrespectful as fuck, okay, doing shit in his face and his kids because why? Because he wasn't gonna say nothing. And his trainer was like, you gotta get angry. You have to channel that. Most toxic people are like children. Their development. And children, if you're overly docile and you don't say nothing, they're not going to just straighten up and fly right because you're nice and sweet. You have to have a level of assertiveness so that they can understand, right? And this is how these types are. They look at you like, easy pickings until they find out differently. If people don't stand up for injustices and everybody is running and hiding in corners, closing their eyes, putting their fingers in their ear, wishing that the big bad wolf and monster go away, nothing gets done. Somebody has to have the balls to face the big bad wolf. Because the big bad wolf ain't as bad as they think they are. The only reason why they think they are is because they've been able to manage to manipulate and create illusion and control and manipulation and tricks. Bullied people into silence, but once people take their power back, strip them of their flying monkeys, you find out the truth. Someone has to stand. And it takes somebody with a pretty damn strong resolve, because there's going to be pushback. There's going to be gossip. There's going to be rumors. There's going to be accusations. There's going to be all sorts of games and tricks that these type play. So I pose the question to the universe and to the masses. Before you open your mouth, and before you pass any so-called judgment, would you, if you knew emphatically that your kinfolk was trying to kill you and your children, was trying to hurt you and your children, was trying to take from you and your children, was trying to ruin you and what you do, would you want anything at all to do with them? Yes or no? Would you be concerned about their reputation? Yes or no? Would you be concerned about any kind of discretion? Yes or no? Would you have any ounce of respect left for them? Somebody said no, and that is correct. So this should help a whole lot of people be quiet.